Alright, we're reviewing for a solving inequalities quiz, or test, excuse me. Number one, we want to graph the inequality. So it says x is less than or equal to negative 1. So we're including the negative 1, so to indicate that, we'll put a point on negative 1, or sometimes I may call that a closed circle. And then less than, numbers that are less than negative 1 are negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and so on. Everything to the left of negative 1 is less than that. And so we'll shade to the left. So everything to the left of negative 1 and negative 1 itself is less than or equal to negative 1. Number two, we have the inequality graphed. We need to write the inequality. So we have the graph, we need to write the inequality. This time it's an open circle at 2, or that means we're not including 2. Shaded to the left, so we have less than. If it was shaded to the right, we'd have greater than. We want to solve this to get rid of the minus 2, add 2. And so we get k is less than 1. So we'll have open circle at 1, shade to the left. Again, less than shade to the left, greater than shade to the right. If it has the or equal to, that's where we'll color in that point or that circle. Number 4, we're solving x divided by 8. To get rid of division by 8, we'll multiply both sides by 8. Anything you do to one side, do to the other. And so we get x is greater than or equal to negative 32. Number 5, to get rid of division by 3, we'll multiply both sides by 3. Anything we do to one side, do to the other. So we get x is greater than or equal to 33. Number 7, to get rid of plus 3, subtract 3. Anything we do to one side, do to the other. And so we have p is greater than or equal to 3. Number 8, to get rid of minus 2, add 2. And so we have p is less than negative 3. Negative 5 plus positive 2 is negative 3. Number 9, you'll notice the variables on the right side. At some point, you need to get the variable to the left side. So some people may do it at the very beginning, switch sides, but I'll get the p by itself, and then we'll switch sides at the end. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. So we get negative 4 is greater than or equal to p. That means the same as p is less than or equal to negative 4. Notice that it's still, the inequality symbol is pointing at the p in both of the last two, in all those inequalities. So if you switch sides on an inequality to get the variable on the left side, then you're going to reverse your inequality symbol. Notice it changed from greater than or equal to less than or equal to. Number 10, to get rid of multiplying by negative 3, divide both sides by negative 3. If you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you have to reverse your inequality symbol. So instead of it being less than, now it becomes greater than. And you can check that by choosing numbers that are greater than negative 5, multiplying it by the negative 3, and seeing if they're less than 15. Basically taking some solutions, some f values that work in the final inequality, plugging them into the original, and you can see that it works. Number 11, we got a two-step inequality. We're working backwards through the order of operations, so we're getting rid of addition or subtraction, and then we'll get rid of multiplication or division. To get rid of minus 7, we'll add 7 to each side. So we have 4x is greater than or equal to 20. To get rid of multiplying by 4, divide both sides by 4. And so x is greater than or equal to 5. Another two-step inequality for number 12. To get rid of plus 4, subtract 4. And so we get 2x is less than or equal to 6. And to get rid of multiplying by 2, divide by 2. And so we get x is less than or equal to 3. Number 13, to get rid of plus 2, subtract 2. Again, we're getting rid of addition or subtraction first. And then we'll get rid of multiplication or division. To get rid of multiplying by a negative 3, we'll divide both sides by a negative 3. If you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative, you have to reverse your inequality. 14, to get rid of minus 1, we'll add 1 to each side. So we have x over 4 is greater than or equal to 6. To get rid of division by 4, we'll multiply both sides by 4. And so we get x is greater than or equal to 24. On 15 and 16, you'll notice that you need to use the distributive property to get rid of the parentheses. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. From here, it's a two-step inequality. To get rid of the plus 15, we'll subtract 15 from each side. 30 minus 15 gives us 15. So we have 5x is less than 15. To get rid of multiplying by 5, we'll divide both sides by 5. And so we get x is less than 3. 16, distribute your 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. From here, it's a two-step inequality. To get rid of minus 4, we'll add 4 to each side. 20 plus 4 gives us 24. And then to get rid of multiplying by 4, divide both sides by 4. So we get x is less than 6. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, if you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, then you have to reverse your inequality symbol. Also, if you switch sides on an inequality, you reverse the inequality symbol as well.